Today I will be doing a video on North Hollywood. A high school graduate wants to become a pro skater against his father's wishes. This movie follows a 17-year-old who wishes to become a pro skater. His dad, played by Vince Vaughn, is financially abusive and wants his son to either be a construction worker or go to college. The father is pretty high strung, although the way Vince Vaughn plays this character, he sounds like he's about to crack a joke. But as the movie goes along, the father does become more unstable and more controlling. For a movie surrounded by skateboarding, it doesn't have that much skateboarding in it. And when we do see the lead character skate, it's not all that impressive, since he wants to be a pro with sponsors. It's the most basic skateboarding ever. The shoplifting scene didn't make sense in my opinion. Why didn't he just ask his friends to borrow their board so he could meet with the pros? A lot of the drama seemed forced as well. There was really no reason for the lead character to lie about seeing a girl he was going out with, and no reason why his friends would get mad. The only genuine conflict was with his father, and maybe the character Walker, who's the guy who had connections to the pro skaters. I feel like they could have done more with this character, maybe have more scenes where the lead is pressured into doing things so he can gain connections into the skateboarding industry. I feel like that would have been a much more interesting story. This reminded me of a PG 13 Larry Clark film, except it was more clean cut and not gross and shocking. Don't get me wrong, I like Larry Clark movies, or at least some of them, but this felt more sanitary. The language is pretty clean given the material and the fact that we're dealing with teenagers. It was more tame than what I was expecting. It was very low energy compared to the trailer. Miranda Cosgrove is boring and one note. She's a non-factor with zero personality. She has no emotional range. She is in a lot of scenes and isn't given much to do. If she were to emote, it would showcase how bad of an actress she really is, and I honestly didn't get the lead character's fascination with her. We really don't get to know anything about her. She's so bland. Almost like they just stuck her in there because for some reason movies think the lead character always needs to have a love interest of some sort, but to me this didn't really add anything to the movie. Like, her character was just nothing. She was just a piece of paper. I think this movie is supposed to take place in the 90s. Only reason why I say that is because no one has a phone in their hand. I liked how it didn't try so hard to make you believe you were in a different decade, like showing you CD players and Blockbuster. I give this a 4 out of 10. I didn't really get much out of it, and I'm slightly disappointed. There were a lot of times it felt drowsy. The ingredients were there, but a lot was missing. And going back to Miranda Cosgrove, I was very disappointed. I was actually really looking forward to watching her in this movie. I grew up watching her on iCarly, and I thought it was really interesting to see her in a movie like this. This is so different from Nickelodeon, but to be perfectly honest, her character in this movie is really no different than iCarly. One more thing, I really liked the interaction between Adolf and his father. I thought it was very humorous and charming. It actually made me think that maybe the movie was going to end up being really good, but it was so short lived.